Hey, happy Thursday. I'm going to call today Thankful Thursday because I'm thankful that tomorrow we have an e-learning day, which means you will not see me on Friday, January the 15th. So I'm thankful for that because that means I have an extra day to prepare lessons and to rest, and we have a long weekend coming up. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started with our number corner lesson for today. Just to quickly update our calendar grid, we can see, yes, today's January 14th. It is the 9th day of Number Corner, and we have another square. Kind of looks like a diamond, maybe a little bit depending on how you look at it, or maybe some of you thought it was a diamond, but it's a square, and it's similar to the shape we saw yesterday. It's just bigger. So let's fill that in on our recording sheet. So we have another square. The question is, what is the area for today? I'll give you a second to look at it. Right. Maybe you're thinking about some of the observations you made yesterday, and I only gave you 2 hints. I'm going to give you another observation that could have been made, just in case you didn't figure it out. But every other day, so when we have our second shape, when we have the bigger shape of the 2 similar shapes, the area is 4 times larger than the area of the first shape. So let's look. Right triangle is 1, and then 4 times that is 4 for the second right triangle. We can see that. Trapezoid is 1.5, and then 4 times that is 6. 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3, plus another 3 would be 6. So you could have used that to help you figure out the area for today, which is indeed 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half and a half is 5. Half and a half is 6. 7 and 8. So the area is 8 square units. Okay. Now we're going to do our calendar collector, and that's where we're going to spend the bulk of our time today, which is talking about what we observed or what we are observing through our calendar collector. So it's day 9. I've already added our 9th 3/4. And so now we have 27 quarters because we know by now that it is 9 times 3, which is 27. And our fractions of a dollar is 27 fourths. Okay, because we're adding 3/4 9 times. So it's 9 times 3/4, which gives us 27 fourths. So the question is, how can we make that into a proper fraction or a mixed number? Is what it would turn out to be. 27 divided by 4. What times 4 gives you a number close to 27? We should know 6 because yesterday it was 6. 6 times 4 is 24. And then we have 3 left over. So we have 6 3/4, which is how much money? Yeah, $6.75. All right, let's now talk through some of these observations that we can make from our calendar collector. So my first question to you is this. We're halfway done. We're almost halfway done. There are, I believe there are 19 school days in January. So we're on day 9. So kind of about halfway done. Do you think that we will have more or less than $10 when 20 days have passed? So let's just pretend that we would have 20 instructional days in January. And so I'm wondering, will we have $10? Will we have more than $10? Or will we have less than $10? What do you think? We still have another 10 days to go, and we're already at $6.75. Right? I'm thinking that we're probably going to have more than $10 because we only need $4 more, really $3.25 to have $10. And just from the looks up here, that would take another 4 or 5 days. So if you weren't able to tell, I used what I knew about day 9, and then I added on what I know you could add to $6 to give us $10, which is $4, or if I'm more specific, I could say $3.25, which fell at, let me make myself small here, which fell at either 4 more days, because that's when we would add another $3, or 5 more days to get us over $10. And we know we have 10 more days left in January for instruction to happen. Let's look at the next question. How many days will we have a whole number of dollars? So how many more days for the remainder of this month will we have a whole number of dollars, and which days will those be? I'll give you a second to think about that as well. Are you noticing that every 4 days, a multiple of 4, I'm going to have whole dollars? So 4th day, $3. The 8th day, $6. Every multiple of 4, we're having whole dollars because it takes us 4 days just to get 3 whole dollars. So then what other days will we have whole dollars? Right, on day 12, we should have a whole dollar. If we're talking about multiples of 4, so 4, 8, 12. What else? Right, day 16, we would have whole dollars. Talking about multiples of 4. Very nice. All right, let's look at the next question. Let's look for some patterns. What are some patterns that you're noticing? Pay close attention specifically to our mixed numbers here and how it relates to how much money we have in dollars and cents, and any other patterns that you may be noticing. Right, so we notice that on multiples of 4, we have whole dollars. What do we write when we have a half? In terms of money, what's half of a dollar? Right, so if our fraction ends in half, we're gonna have at least 50 cents in this in terms of cents. What about a 4th? Like on day 3. Right, we have 25 cents. So 1/4, which is 1/4, is 25 cents. So 1/4 is 25 cents. 1/2 is going to be 50 cents. What about 3/4? We got it, 75 cents. So those are some of the patterns that we're noticing. And the other pattern was kind of given to us, that we're always multiplying the day of number corner times 3, since we're adding 3 quarters a day. Now this next question you may need some paper. We're going to write some addition and or multiplication equations to show the values on different days. I'm going to show you an example for day 3. We have 2 1/4 here, so I'm going to move on to my whiteboard. And I'm going to write an equation for 2 1/4, which we also know is 9/4. Okay, so 9/4 equals 2 1/4. Right, so that's the date that I'm focusing on right now. And since I'm writing addition and or multiplication problems, I'm going to show you an example of both. That way you can choose a date and you can write an equation for both. So I'm going to do 9 times 1/4, because that's the same thing as 9/4. Remember that we talked about this before, where you can multiply a whole number by a fraction, and unit fraction in particular. So 9 times 1/4 is just like saying 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. You're adding 1/4 9 times. So that is an example of my multiplication problem. And remember, I'm asking you for 3. So for my addition problem, I can separate my mixed number into a whole number plus a fraction, which is still going to give me my 2 1/4. So that's my second equation that I could write to help me get to my 3 equations. And then for the third equation, since we know that we're adding 3/4 a day, I could essentially, since this is day 9, or no, this was day 3, so I could then add 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4, and that's going to give me my 9/4. So you can also think about the day of number corner that we're on and add 3/4 multiple times in order to make it to however many days. So in this case, it was 3 days. We were on day 3 when we had 9/4 for the 9/4. So I need you guys to write 3 different equations, and I would love for you to do it on the Whiteboard app, just like I did. And remember, you can share your code with your teacher so that she knows you're doing the work that you're supposed to be doing. And the way you do that is once you have your equations written down, you press this box here with the arrow and the rectangle, and it will display a code. So you can either share the code with her, you can copy the link and share the link with your teacher, him or her, or you can save the image if you're on a Chromebook or an iPad, and then send in your work however your teacher collects your work virtually. Okay? So that's what I would like for you to do, and that's going to end our number corner for today. If you have extra time, here is your challenge. I want to know how long it's going to take to collect $27. If we're going to continue to collect 3/4 a day, how long is it going to take to collect $27? So you can also add that to the Whiteboard page that you're creating with your 3 addition or multiplication equations. So you may want to pause this video so that this screen stays up while you are working on your equations, and also so that you can see the challenge. Okay? All right. Well, have a great Friday. It's an e-learning day for us tomorrow, so you will not see me. Have a great weekend, and then Monday's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so I won't see you guys again until Tuesday. Oh, I'll miss you. But I have all the confidence that you'll be able to get this done and that you will be refreshed and ready to learn on Tuesday of next week. You guys have a great afternoon.